Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Yashodanandana Rajajanarindana Yashoda Yashodanandana Rajajanarindana Yashoda Yamuna Tiravanachaari Jamuna Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare नाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री गोविंद महाप्रभु की जय। गीता सुंदर भगवान की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये।
ततो जयमुदीरये।
नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवति उत्तम श्लोके
भगवते उत्तम श्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकी नन्दनाय च
देवकी नन्दनाय च
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter number 14, shloka number 12. Shloka is in Gadya, so it's a text format, so we'll just go across it. स यदा दुग्ध पूर्व सुकृतस्तदा कारकस काक तुंड द पुण्य द्रुमलता विशोदपान वधु भायार्थ शून्य द्रविण अंजीवान मृतान स्वयं जीवान मिर्यमाण उपधावती. Word to word. Saha, that conditioned soul. Yada, when. Dugdha, exhausted. Purva, previous. Sukrutaha, pious activities. Tada, at that time. Karakaskara Kakatundadi, named Karakaskara, Kakatunda, etc. Apunya Drumalata, impious trees and creepers. Visha Udapanavat, like wells with poisoned water. Ubhaya Artha Shunya, which cannot give happiness either in this life or in the next. Dravidan, those who possesses wealth. Jivatmratan, who are dead, although apparently alive. Swayam, he himself. Jivat, living. Miryamanaha, being dead. Upadhavati, approaches for material acquisition. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Due to his position, due to his pious activities in previous lives, the conditioned soul attains material facilities in this life. But when they are finished, he takes shelter of wealth and riches which cannot help him in this life or next. Because of this, he approaches the living dead who possesses these things. Such people are compared to him by impure trees, creepers, and poisonous wells. Purport. The wealth and riches acquired through the previous pious activities should not be misused for sense gratification. Enjoying them for sense gratification is like the fruits of poisonous tree. Such activities will not help the conditioned soul in any way, neither in this life nor the next. However, if one engages his possessions in the service of the Lord under the guidance of proper spiritual master, he will attain happiness both in this life and the next. Unless he does so, he eats a forbidden apple and thereby loses his paradise. Lord Shri Krishna therefore advises that one's possession should be given unto him. Yat karoshi yad asnasi yad jihoshi darasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva mad arpanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering unto me. Material wealth and opulence attained through the previous pious activities can be fully utilized for one's benefit in this life and the next if one is Krishna conscious. One should not try to possess more than he needs for the bare necessities. If one gets more than is needed, the surplus should be fully engaged in the Lord's service. That will make the conditioned soul, the world, and Krishna happy. And this is the aim of life. Hare Krishna. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरू वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नम ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Ukam karoti vachalam pangum langayati kinat kripatamam vande Shri Govind Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishvara. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, where the discussion between Rahugana and Jadabharata is happening. And in this discussion itself, the same topic is appearing twice. So chapter number 13 and chapter number 14 are exactly identical. So chapter 13 and Rahugana explained the same things to Jadabharata explained things to Rahugana, and those things Parishit Maharaj is asking to Shukadeva Goswami, please explain me in detail. I want to know what are the meaning of all these stories, the forest of material enjoyment. I want to know the details about it. So Shukadeva Goswami mercifully explains each and every term in a detail, what it indicates. In this term, in this chapter, chapter 13, uh, it was mentioned that a merchant goes into the forest and he searches for so many different riches there. And while searching for the rices, what all different uh, difficulties he comes across. There are mosquitoes and flies are biting, there are beasts there, that the places where he will not get any food and all, and he will be exhausted of whatever he has collected, whatever wealth he has. And then for the taking for the sake of nourishment, he will take shelter of of some trees. He will expecting that those trees will give me shelter, those trees will give me fruits and flowers, but unfortunately those trees are impious trees. Impious trees? We have pious people, piety that we collect. How can be trees can be impious? Do they collect karma? In the karmas, in the section called karma in depth, we have understood that piety and impiety, the qualities are these are applicable to humans only. What about the animals? Animals don't collect any piety, but the animals and the plants and all they are the suffering yonis, suffering bodies where they just suffer. And among those animals and the plants, those there also the categories are there. Some categories which the animals who are like the pious animals like a cows, they are called pious animals, and the trees also which bear fruits and the flowers which can be used into Krishna service, they are pious plants. But the trees which doesn't bear any fruits or doesn't bear any flower, and they cannot be any way we can be used for the service of the Lord, they are impious trees. Maybe they have thorns and so many things. In Bangalore also you can see in Asia's layout, you see it's so green, right? Asia's layout is green. When you go for the morning walk, and there are so many big trees are there. But do you see any tree which is having fruits? They will have some kind of flowers, but no smell, no fragrance there. So these trees are called as impious trees. They don't bear fruits and they don't bear any flowers. So these are the bodies which are awarded due to the past, the activities of past life. The past life, if some soul has done some good activities and he's been destined by because of some bad qualities, bad activities, he was destined to come as a tree, an animal, but he doesn't have that much kind of a piety will be given to that carnivorous animal's body, or the trees which are harmful, maybe harmful, or trees which are having no fruits. Even sometimes trees bear fruits, but they are poisonous fruits. They are also called as the impious trees. So this merchant goes to the forest and he expects that these trees will give me shelter, but finally, ultimately, he is disappointed and he will get no fruits. And this analogy here again it is explained by Shukadeva Goswami in more clarity. He says, due to his pious activities in previous lives, who the conditioned soul attains material facilities in this life. Material facilities that we get in these lives are uh, not result of our own hard work and success. When as people talk about ki formula for the success is a hard work. A few months back or last year something, there was a quote by Jack Ma, the owner of Alibaba. He said, you work hard, you become success. Work for 90 hours a day, or maybe something like that. Some statement was there, and people are saying, no, not a day. Sorry, for a week, 90 hours a week. 90 hours a week means how much? A day, per day? No, 12 hours. 5 days a week, you can say. 13 hours a day he can work. What life he has got then. So he was expecting from his employees they will work hard. But many people think like the same thing. If you work hard, more hard work, more success. If you think that more hard work is equal to more success, the most successful person will be a donkey. A donkey should be the most successful person because he's working hard. Then if you don't think that hard work is not equal to success, we've seen that practically. Logically, we have seen hard work doesn't bring you success. Not always. Then what is the success formula? What brings us success? Hard work is not equal to success. The formula has to be added something. Hard work plus X is equal to success. What is this X? People may think. Hard work plus smart work, man. If we have to work smarter, hard work plus smart work. I think I had spoken to this youth class there. So hard work plus smart work is equal to success. But people think that yes, hard work plus smart work is equal to success. There are so many people who are smart, working hard, but still they are not getting enough opportunities. They don't get enough opportunity to go into the IITs also. So much hard work, so much smart people. They struggle hard into quota and all these things, but finally only few people will go to IITs, or only few people will get into they get a CA degree and all these things. They're smart people. So hard work plus smart work is not equal to success. Then what we have to add into this? Karma. Then hard work is not karma. Isn't our hard work karma? Hard work is karma only, right? But that karma is also not bringing that success. Then what is that which brings us the success? Hard work plus smart work plus X, or not even Y, Z, what it is equal to success. What is that? Why do you put into that? Super soul. Yeah, definitely super soul's grant is required. But that kind of a third party and his whims and wills are deciding your success and failure. Yeah, that is the factor. But how can you, if you want to have a control of your own life, then how will you prompt that super soul or third party who is so to grant me success? Hard work plus smart work plus super soul and plus you have to add it, keep on doing it. Even super soul is granting. Super soul grants, everything can be managed. But super soul doesn't grant, then okay, that is the ultimate authority. So ultimately the super soul also has one criteria he talks about. He grants based on person's piety that he has gathered in his previous life. Our success and failure is not based on simply how much sweat I am drawing out, or maybe how much smartly I am exploiting others, or it all depends on how much pious work I have done in my previous life. So not previously, not even whatever. In my sukruti or maybe in the punya ki potli jo bolte hain. So in that, how much piety I have gathered, that decides how much success, how much happiness, how much comfort I will get in my life. My comfort depends on how much comfort I have given to others. That is a piety. Simple words. That's why we have seen, so many communities, they open so many water donation spots. प्याऊ बोलते हैं हिंदी में इसको. What do you call it in other languages? प्याऊ. English में क्या बोलेंगे? Pyaus. They distribute water there, or they donate to the Anna Chhatras. They distribute food unlimitedly. They think that if we distribute water to people, then I will not become, I will not go pauper. There will not be shortage of money in my life, or maybe next life also. So this is what their idea. So it's not kind of a false idea. It is just based on how much comfort you give to others, same kind of comfort you will get. How much pain you give to others, same kind of pain you will get. If you rob a man's 10 rupees, that doesn't mean that you will be robbed of 10 rupees only. Of course, our Indian constitution, or maybe our law of land, whatever it is, what Indian Nyaya Samhita, they speaks about, okay, you have robbed 10 rupees, so you will be have a fine of 10 rupees, equal to equal. But law of nature is much beyond that. It will not work on that. How much pain that person has acquired to gain that 10 rupees, that much pain you will get. For example, there was a man in India. When he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he became 20 years old, 15 years old. When he started working, he inherited 20 billion rupees wealth from his father, named Dhirubhai Ambani, and his son. And when he started working, when his father passed away, he got a 20 billion rupees when he started working, when he was a CEO of the company. In just 2 years, 2 or 3 years, something, I don't remember exactly, he lost all this 20 billion and came to zero. Zero net worth now, this person. How this is happening? Why? For people like this, so many people like this, they will get so much money and immediately they will lose. And suddenly somebody will get lots of money. So this is how, if somebody has given a pain of somebody of course, if you find this Anil Ambani, Mukesh Ambani, whatever, you are rich people, fine of 10 rupees, how much pain you will get? One Porsche car you can scrap. Again, you can, what is one Porsche car? I can purchase 10 Porsche cars, no problem. What fine you say? What you want me? Tell, I will pay the fine. One man died. Okay, tell me the fine, I will pay, man. I have lots of money. But laws of nature doesn't work like that. It will give the same amount of pain that you have given to the others. So in this way, it is mentioned here. So our piety, our luxury, our success, it depends on our previous pieties. It is mentioned Janma Aishwarya Shuddha Shri. Edamana Pudapuman. So we, of course, whatever Janma Aishwarya Shri, they are all based on our previous life. Everything, these all decides our success. Janma Aishwarya Shuddha Shri. They decide how much successful I am right now. But these things will not help a conditioned soul, because conditioned soul has not come in this world to just enjoy his money. We conditioned soul have not come here just simply to enjoy. Okay, you may say, Prabhuji, this money, whatever luxury I have got, the money, or maybe the father has given me, inherited so many 20 billion or whatever it is. So it is just because of the piety that I have earned, Prabhuji, in last life. So what's wrong in enjoying it? Because I am destined to enjoy that money, let me enjoy it because I have done a piety. And now you can say, okay, if I have not done a piety, then if I rob and steal, okay, that's impiety, that's not right. Okay, I will not do that. But whatever has come legally to me, let me enjoy it, right? So what's wrong into that? Then here in purport Prabhupada says, if one engages the possessions in the service, enjoying them for the sense gratification is like enjoying the fruits of poisonous trees. Whatever possessions we have got is not to be used for the purpose of sense gratification. Sense gratification is danger. Engaging ourselves, our all possessions and wealth and comfort for the purpose of sense gratification is like eating poisonous trees. Why? Well, of course, it is legal. It is legal, we have got. Legally, by constitution, by law of nature, we are awarded with the money and comfort and rich riches in my inherited or whatever, success and maybe Janma, Aishwarya, Shutashri, everything I have got. It's because of my piety only. Why I shall not enjoy it? It is a why it is called as a poisonous? Because when somebody goes into enjoying tendencies of this Janma Aishwarya Shruta then what will happen? Edmana Madhapuman. Kuntivarani says this will bring us the pride, swelling pride. The person who is swelling with the pride of Janma Aishwarya Shruta will not be able to chant your name. The person who is into sense enjoying tendencies, of course, how much kind of comfort I am going to get, yes, that is destined. But if I engage into that, I will be taken away from the chance to engage myself into Krishna service. Actually, my life that I have been given, is for the purpose of engaging myself into Krishna service. That is the purpose of life. This whatever activity, whatever things into this world are existing and coming, they are not mine. Even though I am just awarded, okay, take this, but they are not mine. All the possessions, all the wealth and riches, they are the property of Krishna. If we are not using in His service, even my own self is the property of Krishna. And if I am using it for my own purpose, and my own sense gratification, it will give rise to my bad karmas. Not just even a bad karma, it will take me away from Krishna. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam tayaparta chetasam vyavasayatmaka buddhi samadhavana vidiyate. Somebody who is so much engrossed in the glitter of this material world, and they are just fascinated by the wealth, fascinated by the fame and name and the glory, all this glittering. He's just running behind this. He will never be able to chant Krishna's name. He will never be able to focus his mind on Krishna's service. So, Edamana Madappuman, Kuntivarani mentions. So actually what we have to do, we have to use this wealth and whatever we have awarded, we have to use it in Krishna's service. Isha vasamidam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Nothing is mine, everything belongs to Krishna. And from that, I am awarded little bit. Tena tyaktena bhunjita. Whatever awarded, I can enjoy that much only. And I should not exploit others' portion. Ma krita kasya svidhanam. Ma krita svidhanam. I should not exploit somebody else. Actually, whole property belongs to Krishna. I'm almost like a cashier in the company. A cashier like in a bank. Cash is in his hand because he's a cashier of एक छोटा लेवल का कैशियर होता है, उसके पास थोड़ी कैश आएगी. बड़ा लेवल का कैशियर, he will get more money to handle. But ultimately this whole money belongs to Krishna, and we use it in Krishna's service. Everything, that's why whatever riches and possessions that I possess in this life also is the property of Krishna, and we have to engage this possession in the service of the Lord under the guidance of the proper spiritual master. This is another important point here. We have to use it because we don't know how to use. We are just ultimately attracted to enjoying tendencies. So these ideas, this guidance is given by spiritual master. He will let us know how can I engage myself into Krishna's service. And if I don't do this, it's almost like eating forbidden apple. We have seen in the Genesis, there's a story of Adam and Eve. There was the first creation of the Lord. First creation, that the Lord created Adam and He created Eve also. And they both were enjoying in this Garden of Eden. And suddenly one serpent comes. The serpent is the Satan, they say. And is a emblem of envy towards God. And he starts poisoning the mind of Eve. And he says, why are you God has given you everything, huh? Really? He has given you everything, but He has not given you only one thing. What? That apple fruit, it is there. That apple fruit, why He has not given? Because that apple fruit, if you eat, then you will also become like a god. But actually, neither Adam knows and neither Eve knows what is the fruit, what is the result of eating that fruit. Because God has given this whole world and this garden, and He has told not to eat that. That means our sincerity towards God is okay. Let's follow these orders. He has not allowed us to eat that. That's simply, but still they don't. Because of this envy, this mistrust will come, and then they say, okay, God has not given us because He doesn't want us to become a God. And then, just to become a god, they eat this forbidden fruit and they are casted back into this material world to take birth again and die. So this is almost like Jiva Falls story. So we are here. Some mentions it is mentioned many times. Prabhupada also mentions the envy is the original sin that Jiva does, and there's a reason for the Jiva to come to this material world. And this envy is to enjoying propensity, enjoying without God, enjoying without giving share to God. That's why to curb this enjoying tendency is what we do. We give this His Lord share to the Lord. Tena taktena bhujita. We have to give His share to Him. Whose share? Krishna's share to Him. That's why every day morning when we take prasad only. Whatever we cook, whatever eat, yat karosi, yat asna, yat jushi dadasi, yat tapasyasi kaunte, yat tat kurushva madarpanam. We have to give it to Lord. Nevedya, bhoga. This processes that Srila Prabhupada has engaged us into, it purifies our heart. Yes, let me have the habit of giving it to the God. Otherwise, I have tendency to enjoy everything 100% for myself. Okay, let me give one portion to Him. And finally, when maturity grows, we do everything for the sake of Krishna. At least let us start with giving at least 1% to Krishna, 2% to Krishna, giving 50% of my salary to Krishna. It's a big tough job. And nobody has Prabhupada mentions. And a Grasta should give 50% of the salary. My God. And what you talk about giving 100% of your salary to Krishna? And now what you talk about giving 100% of your salary, giving your whole life purpose of Krishna? So this is how the gradual progression happens. This is how we gradually grow. From giving at least one morsel to Krishna to the giving our own life. Then final instruction of Bhagavad Gita comes, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papeva Moksha Vashyami. So that will come when that complete Saranagati, giving 100% to Krishna will come. When you give 100% to Krishna, Krishna also give 100% to you. Matlab Ma Krishna, Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo. He will ask, you give 100% to me, I will remove your all problems 100%. Next one 100%, huh? So like this. So that's how we are trained by Srila Prabhupada with this giving things to Krishna. So the idea of sense gratification, we don't give things to Krishna because the idea of sense gratification is strong. Enjoying senses. Senses are like poisonous snake. You see, senses are they demand a lot. They demand independence. They demand the roaming around. They demand so many different palatable dishes, juicy fruits, and everything. They demand everything sensible, non-sensible things. So they just ask. And when these senses are prominent and strong, they corrupt our mind, and that mind is corrupted. My mind corrupts our intelligence, and yes, we fall. This is the way we come down. We fall into the trap of sin. What we have to do? We have to curb these poisonous senses. We have to crush these poisonous senses. It is mentioned into Chaitanya Chandramrita. दुर्दांतेन्द्रिय काल सर्प पटले प्रोक्ता then So it is this snake of senses are like a poisonous snake. To remove the poison of it, how to remove? Once Prabhupada was mentioning one story. There was a college in Lucknow somewhere nearby, and this college, government college, new government college, into it opened up, medical college actually. Hare Krishna. And this medical college was into a Purani Haveli, old big palace. And newly started, because of that it was not so clean and dirty and all. So many times every second day there will be case of snake bite there. People used to get a snake bite, and people used to they used to rush them to the hospital, give the antivenom and this and that, so many things. Many times people used to die also. Every now and then there was a medical college, and the allopathic medicines just surrendered. We can't do so many snake bites, so many snake bites. And finally, this is a story about almost 60, 70 years back. India was that time. They call the snake charmer, Sapera. And they called the snake charmer on the village. They came because they knew that snake charmers, they have some mantras. They chant these mantras and all snakes will start coming. And they just come and just enter into this basket. And they saw, to see this whole event, these all medical students are sitting around and all these things, and they were watching. And the other snake charmer came, he started playing his bean, they saw literally the snakes are coming and sitting into this basket. This person was just simply casually lifting them and putting them, lifting and putting them. The snakes were coming, and everybody was amazed. And these medical students, the scientific, more and advanced people, they didn't believe it, and they said, "Arey, kya snake charmer? These snakes will not have poison at all. Just show us." And they just with their broad chest, they came here and they come, and they said, "Arey, nahi, don't worry. These snakes are poisonous. They have teeth and poison everything with them. Arey, kuch nahi, we don't believe it. You show us." Snake charmer stopped his bean, put his bean down, and the snake started running out, tap, tap, tap. And he captured one snake and showed, "Hey, these are the teeth, this is the poison." As soon as these students saw this, they started running away here and there. And he said, "No, don't worry. I'm there, these snakes will not bite you." And then he started calling these snakes again and putting back. So this snake charmer, Prabhupada mentioned, and I conclude this story with, so these snake charmers, they can charm the snakes with their mantra. Of course, generally we go out, snake charmers will, there are in the market so many snake charmers, they will pronounce some mantra and remove the poison, all these things. If you give some money to them, they'll tell you the mantra also. Generally, mantra is not told. But finally, if you give some money, this snake charmer will tell the mantra. And people will come with this mantra and they start chanting the mantra for the removing the poison, and it doesn't work. I say, "Arey, mantra ki kaam ka nahi hai. Cheating kar diya humse." But actually it is not like that. So snake charmers mentions that this mantras, just by giving this mantra, it will not work. You have to perfect this mantra. Mantra ko siddh karna hota hai with the practices and all these things. So same way we say, "Arey Prabhuji, aap to bolte hi." Many times you say, "Arey Prabhuji, but just by chanting Hare Krishna mantra only once, our all sins are removed. We will go back to Godhead," and this and that. "Prabhuji, still I am here. Where am I going?" Arey, this mantra has to be made perfected. You have to siddha. ये mantra को सिद्ध करना है ना? You have to perfect this mantra. You have to chant it perfectly. And then definitely, when we chant this mantra, Mahamantra, perfectly without any offenses, this mantra also has the capacity to crush the poison into the snake, from the snakes of these senses. It can control all the senses. The mantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, can give all the benedictions. The rubbing the poison into snakes is a simple thing. Indriyas can come into control by simply chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So you have to perfect it. When you perfect this mantra, perfect this chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the indriyas can be come into control. The mind can come into control. Many times our youth boys, they talk about, "Prabhuji, mind kaise control kare? Mind is so abstinent," and this one. We have to explain, we have to tell them, yes, this mantra, confidently we have to tell them that this mantra can cure. the mind also. Just matter is to practice it perfectly. Chant this mantra perfectly, the mind, intelligence, senses, everything can come into control. That is real samadhi, that is real yoga, and that person is real yogi who can perfect this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dhanyavad. Okay, some points are also still left out in the second para of this purport. Cheating. Okay, one should not try to possess more than what he needs for the necessities, I think we discussed, and the surplus should be fully engaged in the Lord's service. I think that's a proper mention, 50% criteria. 50% what we earn, that is only needed for us. And remaining we have to engage in the Krishna service. That will make the conditioned soul, the world, and the Krishna happy. Okay, we'll conclude here. Any questions or any points that would like?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much. You are simple and you present everything very nicely in a very simple way. You very nicely mentioned that we should use everything in service of the Lord. As soon as we use it for our sense gratification, then all the problems will come. And what is keeping us in this material world is envy. So one should try to get rid of it. And towards the end you said that if you perfect chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, senses will easily come under control. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for such a wonderful class. So as you mentioned that everything should be used in the service of the Lord because everything belongs to the Lord. Not only my possessions, but I myself belongs to the Lord. So I have to use myself in the service of the Lord 24/7. And as finally you mentioned, the problem is with the senses. Senses are like the snakes, poisonous snakes. So these senses are the problem. So to control the senses, as we hear a number of times, if you chant once at least, everything will be controlled, everything finished. But today very nicely emphasized how not just chanting, we have to perfect that chanting. Which chanting means that is offenseless and attentive chanting. So if we can do that, then yes, success is achieved. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for the nice class. So as you mentioned that the reason we are here, you gave that example of Adam and Eve. The reason we are here is because of envy, because we wanted to become the Lord instead of serving the Lord. And to get rid of this, we should always give the Lord the share or acknowledge the things that have been given to us by the Lord. And you mentioned that Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam principle. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the nice class. It was very informative and why we have come to this world and how to go back to home, back to Godhead. So only by understanding and perfecting the mantra can go back. And it's not that chanting is not helping in solving the sins, but as Prabhuji mentioned, offenseless chanting and attentive chanting only helps. And very nice story you told over the snake charmer, Prabhuji. It happens because everybody gets confident. Arey, nothing happens like that. Arey, kuch nahi hota waise. So you have to also be very cautious because these snakes in this material world are very poisonous. So we have to be very careful and attentive towards them. And that's Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for this wonderful class. So, one point is like we should not enjoy the fruits of piety which we did, which we legally get from nature, because that will lead us to pride, and because of pride, will not come to Krishna consciousness and will not chant Hare Krishna, Lord's name. And since like we are proud and like slowly we will indulge in bad karmas and all. So that is like more the like jiva will afford like more like uh, so one should use this piety whatever he's got in the service of the Lord. That is the best use of that. Hare Krishna. Sure.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for nice class. And like we should take only what's in our quota. We should not exploit unnecessarily, and that will also disturb our chanting and everything, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. If we have the tendency to enjoy Janma Ishwarya Shuddha Shri, then pride will arise. So we will be not able to chant Krishna's name. So we will be doing bad karmas or whatever awarded to us. We should use in the Krishna service under the guidance of spiritual master. And envy is the original sin. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the very nice class. So, the pain which we give others, the same pain we also have to suffer. And also, you also mentioned, engage, like whatever we possess, and if we engage in sense gratification, that is like eating the fruits of a poisonous tree, and will not be able to come to Krishna consciousness, will not be able to chant the holy names properly by this. Hare Krishna.
Jai.